Although Panthers-Bucs yesterday.
Yeah, it was a fun game to watch. Yeah.
It was a fun game, and I got to give the Carolina Panthers credit. They have not folded the tents. They do not go away quietly, and Bryce Young has improved.
Definitely.
As a result of this benching. I think, it's Panthers-Eagles, by the way, next week. That's why I got top bill.
Yeah.
But Bryce Young gets benched for a while, and I think we now need to revisit this notion that you cannot bench a young quarterback lest you ruin him. If you can't come back from being benched, can you ever be the guy?
No.
Can you ever be expected to deal with any adversity if you can't deal with the adversity of being benched?
Right. You'd be looked at as soft, mentally soft, can't overcome it, can't handle adversity, all the things you're talking about. Right? I mean, this has become a thing just in the last few years because we've gotten obsessed with quarterback, and every win goes to the quarterback, and every loss goes to the quarterback, and it's quarterback. And I blame Manning and Brady for that, generally because they were so good for so long. But what people forget is, like, the damn teams they were on were damn good too. It wasn't just quarterback. I know there was their names at front and center, and they were awesome, like 2 of the 5 best ever, right? We know that. But damn, they were on good teams too. So everyone's kind of taken that over in this era and just gone, well, if they don't win, it's the quarterback's fault. And I hope we're seeing a lot of quarterbacks on new teams. When they get to the better team, they look a lot better. But we grew up in an era where nobody played. Everybody got benched early on. We made fun of this the other day. Was that on the pod or last Monday? I mean, John Elway got benched. Terry Bradshaw got benched.
Benched and unbenched and rebenched.
Montana was benched. I mean, Montana was benched after he won 2 Super Bowls. They were like, you're not good anymore. Get Steve Young in here. And then he went back in and kicked butt again. I mean, that's the way it was. You had to earn your right. So, yeah, and Bryce Young has bounced back in a big way. That's the great thing about having the young quarterback and the first-year head coach. They're not going to give up because they're trying to build something. They got other young guys that are trying to prove their worth and show that they're going to have a niche on this football team as they go forward. And the way their offensive line and the way they can run the ball, it scares teams, and it leads to some favorable pass looks, and Bryce Young's been taking advantage of that in the past game.
The NFC South is down to a 2-team race. Yeah. It is much tighter in the NFC West. We mentioned that earlier. Superlatives next. Focusing on a division where it really is up for grabs, and even the team in last place has a chance to win the whole thing.
I feel like we didn't give the Bucs their due there.
Do you want to give the Bucs their due?
Yeah. Well,
we can. I don't have to throw it a break. They can stop the music.
Well, I just feel like we got to talk about Bucky Irving, what he's doing.
I'm trying to follow the clock.
I know, but we just got to give them a little love.
Right.
Didn't play their best football yesterday. Certainly let up some plays on the defensive side of the ball. We're not looking good, but hung in there. Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irvin, Rasheed White, making big plays in big moments. And then Mike Evans, of course, shows himself as well. That was a day yesterday. Again, we've talked about it. It's probably about the 5th game so far. Team that played better didn't win the football game. It felt like Carolina played the better brand of football all day, but the Bucs hung around, kept the game close, and then were clutch at the end to make it all happen and win the football game.
I wonder how much of the resilience that we saw from the Bucs was fueled by the fact that they knew the door was open for them to catch the Falcons because it was a 4:00 game.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, listen, you definitely pay attention to that stuff when you're on the sidelines and you see scores up on the stadium's scoreboard and all that. You're aware of that. But that was a big win for them, in a day where it didn't look like they were playing their best football, and they got it done.
Baker Mayfield got twisted up on a sack. He thought he had injured his Achilles, missed a couple of plays, came back through an interception right away. But they did gut it out. They kicked a 51-yard field goal to force overtime when it looked like the Panthers had won the game, and then missed field goal by Chase McLaughlin on the first drive of overtime. Panthers looked like they were going to get something going. There was a great catch on the sideline by Adam Thielen. Chuba Hubbard fumbles on the next play, and the Bucs went down. And also, I noticed a pool report, and this is an example of one of these regional games where you don't have the full complement of cameras. There was a potential touchdown catch by the Panthers at one point, Adam Thielen in the back of the end zone. And the guy, Mark Butterworth, who's in charge of the replay, said we didn't have enough cameras.
Survived the ground.
We didn't have enough cameras.
I saw the play pretty closely. He looks like he's in. It's all about surviving the ground, and that aspect of it was very interesting. It was a tough call.
And the bottom line is, games like that don't have the benefit of the same number of total mechanical eyes that can see with the kind of clarity necessary to confirm or debunk the ruling on the field. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.